All right, what's going on, guys? Afternoon here. Maybe good morning for you, who knows? But I'm coming to you today with a quick, real quick, awesome little video on how to put a like a train horn on your vehicle. Mine was called a Motohorn, and it's their model, which is a train horn, but the brand that makes it's called Motohorn. And essentially there's very little, so other than buying the horn and a few like electrical things, it's really not bad at all. I got this wiring kit from AutoZone for $30. Comes with a bunch of little connectors and all kinds of good stuff. And it comes with, let's see, comes with, you know, like this, it comes with this tool and zip ties and all kinds of good stuff. And I mean, it's really pretty much everything you need. It comes with a this wire is wire that I bought. This little bit that's this smaller gauge is what came in it. And you definitely need to buy like a little bit more wire for this job. I really tried to stick with 12 gauge, but I ended up having to use this 14 gauge wire for the positive connection that runs to my battery, just because I was running out of the connectors that fit a 12 gauge wire. I had a bunch of smaller stuff, so everything. So the instructions, I'll get the instructions out for you guys. The instructions are pretty awesome. I guess the other thing you might need, you know, other tools for would be, you know, having a drill, obviously, because you're gonna have to drill into some of the metal. Like here, you see this, just this metal bar that goes from, looks like the frame of my vehicle up to this top part. All it does is connect it. It's not really doing a whole lot here, other than just providing the stability, you know. But it's not real thick, so it's really easy to just kind of drill into, and then I use that to attach my compressor and my 4-pin relay right there. And essentially, and then I use this bar, this flat piece of metal down here, to put my horn. It's faced like this, which is good because it's harder for water to get inside of the horn. It's also nice because the tube, the shorter the tube from your compressor to your horn, the better. I kind of had to go off the instructions because there wasn't really a great video on how to do this. And it's all, probably looks kind of confusing because it's all red wire, but the two connections coming out from the bottom of the compressor, one is positive, one's negative. One's getting grounded out right here, and the other positive connection is going from the compressor to a part of the relay that is identified in the instructions. And then there's another connection that's grounded out. There's a connection from the relay that gets grounded out right here. And then there's a positive connection from the relay to the battery. And basically what you do here I had an old horn right here. So there was a horn on that side and there was a horn on this side. I took it down, figured out which was the positive wire. Took the connection, and I didn't cut it too close to the connection, so if I had to reconnect the old horn I could, but I basically tied that positive end from the old horn into this positive wire that goes into the relay. And then let's see, you got your positive that goes into the relay from the battery, you got a positive that goes into the relay from the compressor, you've got a negative that comes out of the relay and gets grounded here, and there's another, let me open it's really just all about finding the connections, which is obviously the confusing part. So this picture provides a pretty awesome detail as to how it all works. You can see that you need to ground the negative connection on the compressor. You obviously need that square in the middle as your 4-pin relay, and you have that positive connection going from the compressor to the pin 87 on your relay, and then pin 86 on your relay goes out, and that's what ties in with your stock horn wire. And then pin 85 gets grounded, and then pin 30 is the wire, the long wire right here that's coming out from the relay and going all the way up and into the battery. So that's your 4 connections. And right there, I actually makeshifted a, you guys will notice how in between the connection and the battery, it has a fuse. If this thing will focus right. It's supposed to be 20 to 40, and I used a 25 amp fuse and just kind of makeshifted my own. I makeshifted my own little connection here with 2 of the I'll show you what kind, if I can do this without like basically knocking everything over, if I have any left. So I took 2 of these and clipped one side into one of the little prongs on the fuse and clipped the other side into the other prong on the fuse, ran wire out of both ends so that the connection would be going through the fuse, like from the battery through the wire to the fuse, through the fuse, and then back out of the fuse on the other side the way it's supposed to. It's a little jerry-rigged, and Lord knows how long it'll last, but since we know how it works, if we ever need to fix something or replace something, then that's, you know, that's not going to be hard. It's overall, it's actually really easy to put in, as long as you have obviously the horn, a drill, and some nuts and bolts laying around. I think this is the only, so I bolted the relay, and this is the only nut and bolt that I used that I just picked up from, you know, around. Everything else was provided in the kit. So you had a nut and bolt to mount your compressor, and you had nuts and bolts to mount your horn. This one is the only one that I did myself with some of the other stuff that I had laying around. I was using 12 gauge wire here, and I figured, well, I came to the conclusion that the best way to do this would just be to use a butt connector, or not a butt connector, but a little twisty top. I don't know what they're called. But it holds it tight, and then I electric taped the bottom and put some plastic around it to make sure no water gets in there. Tried to do the same thing over here. It wasn't quite as successful. I think I ripped some of it putting the little bolt on, but we'll see how long it lasts. Overall, you know, if you already have a drill, the horn I think was like, I want to say it was like $80, and then the electric kit thing, that was $30. So you're looking at 110 if you got a drill. So that's not too bad. She works really good. I'll insert a part of this video where you know, I kind of have some you know, to show you what it sounds like. I'm not going to do it here because I'm around the neighbors and all that good stuff. I live in close proximity to other people, and they could probably only take but so much of my meddling around and making noises. So I'll wait till I get out on the road to do that. So thanks. Also, before, because I'm probably not going to do an outro whenever I do that, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to know, just link in the description. I'm like to try to figure out if you can. So I know I had, in a good part of this video, I had shown that diagram. If you guys need to reference that, you can always just go back to the video where I had it out and I was looking at it and just hit pause and then that diagram will show you everything you need. I mean, if you get one of these, then it'll come with the diagram and everything. So it's really not that hard. You just got to do all the wiring and mounting, and then that's that once that's all done. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like my video, and I'll see you guys later.